What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Excuse me. Today is a very big day. Today we are talking UFC 287 Pereira versus Adesanya 2. Woo, baby, fire me up. The rematch. As a spoiler alert, I am a diehard Adesanya fan. I love me some Stylebender. But I'm gonna get the biases out of the way. You just need to know that before this video starts, okay? So when we get to the main event, you know why. I'm kind of biased, but I'm gonna try to put it aside as much as possible. Anyways, it's a big card down in South Beach. Oh, that makes me excited too. The UFC is back in South Beach. I've been wanting the UFC to go to Miami for 5 years now. I am so hyped they're back in Miami. Anyways, let's get straight into these predictions, shall we? I should have mentioned this earlier, but we're gonna talk every fight on the pay-per-view. First fight on the pay-per-view is Israel Adesanya Jr. versus Christian Rodriguez. I don't know much about Christian Rodriguez, but I hear he's 8-1. So that could make him a good test for young Israel Adesanya. I mean, how old is Israel? I know he was 17 in the Contender Series, but did he turn 18 before? The fight on the December fight? I think he did. I'm gonna say he's 18 because chances are he's 18 by now, because the Contender Series fight was almost a year ago now, but God, that's crazy to say. But Israel Adesanya, he really seems to be one of those guys who's good everywhere. He's good on the ground, good on the feet. I don't know much about Christian Rodriguez. He sounds like a really good fighter. I think he's gonna be a good test for the young Raul, but I'm gonna go with Israel Adesanya to win this fight. I'm gonna be honest, like I haven't heard much about Christian Rodriguez. He's 8-1, so it's definitely a good test for him. Israel Adesanya 7-0, undefeated, 7 fights versus 9 fights, and it sounds like 2 of them they're 2 young MMA careers. So I'm gonna pick Israel Adesanya in this fight. May the hype train continue. Fight number 2 on the pay-per-view. Oh, this one gets me excited. Kevin Holland versus Santiago Ponzinibbio. If this fight isn't a contender for Fight of the Year, I don't know what won't be. Because, I mean, Kevin Holland is always down to throw down. And Ponzinibbio is always down to throw down. So when these two meet in the middle, I can't really see where this fight's gonna go bad, to be honest. Like, this just seems like a match made in heaven. Oh, man. Who am I gonna pick, though? Honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards Ponzinibbio. So I feel like Holland's going to be like the more technical guy, but I feel like the output that Ponzinibbio is going to put on Kevin Holland is going to be a little hard for him to handle. As I mean, people are going to be taking notes from when Holland fought Khamzat Chimaev. So if you look at it, like I truly want Kevin Holland to win this fight. I think he's an amazing dude. But if I had to put money down on this fight, I would be putting my money on Ponzinibbio. No offense, Kevin Holland. Love you, dude. But I'm going to go with Ponzinibbio by decision. I didn't predict how Israel Adesanya was going to win. I'm going to say Israel Adesanya gets a sub in the 3rd round. That's what I'm going to say. I think Israel Adesanya will get a submission. So, Israel Adesanya sub, 3rd round, and Ponzinibbio decision. I think that's what I said. Good times. Fight number 3 on the pay-per-view. Rob Font versus Adrian Yanez. Ooh, man, they got such a good card for us in Miami. But let's be real here. Rob Font is a great long-distance striker. He's going to try to keep Adrian Yanez on the back foot, keep that jab rolling, and even if Yanez is coming at him, he's just going to 1-2-1, keep the jab going, keep the straights going, really, because he's got that reach. Rob Font has a huge reach and height advantage. I'm pretty sure he's got the reach. That's me. Let me double check. Reach. Yeah, he's got a fairly decent reach advantage. So Rob Font's going to definitely try and take advantage of that, while Adrian Yanez is going to try to get inside, get in the clinch, make it tight, make it tough, make it a brawl. And I can definitely see him having his highs and his lows with that, but I mean, punches too. And I feel like this will definitely be a stand-up fight. But I feel like if that's the case, I feel like Rob Font's going to have the advantage in that. And I don't understand why Rob Font's the underdog. Like, if you're a betting person, like, bet Rob Font, because Rob Font as the underdog is just nuts in my opinion. I don't understand that for the life of me. So, for this fight, I'm going to go Rob Font by decision. I feel like Adrian Yanez is going to be tough enough to drag it through to a decision, but I do think Rob Font will win this fight. Another one I'm about to fanboy over. Gilbert Dorino Burns versus Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. Yeah, I'm a Masvidal fan. Come at me. For those who don't know, my 5 favorite fighters are Stipe Miocic, Max Holloway, Israel Adesanya, well, 4 technically, and Jorge Masvidal. Those are my 4. That's my gang right there. But I don't care who they're fighting. Those are the guys I'll ride or die with personally. But and I got 2 of them fighting in one night. And Holloway fights next weekend too. I'm gonna have a heart attack by the end of next week. Oh my god. But let's be real here. Gilbert Burns is a heavy favorite, and rightfully so. Masvidal's coming off of 3 losses in a row, but those 3 losses in a row are to Kamaru Usman twice and Colby Covington. 2 of the 3 best welterweights at the moment behind Leon Rocky Edwards, who's the champ now. God, what a timeline. Think about this timeline where Masvidal just punched up Leon Edwards at the O2 for talking smack while he was given an interview. Leon becomes the welterweight champ, beats the guy who... God, how do I even describe Colby in this situation? So, Jorge punches up Leon in backstage. Leon beats up Usman, who beat Covington twice. Leon beats Usman again, and Masvidal is completely out of the title picture. Like, I would have expected that. Go tell me that in early 2020. I would have laughed at your face. But let's be real here. I feel like if it stays on the feet, I feel like Gilbert's gonna have the cardio advantage. But I feel like if it gets on the mat, I feel like Gilbert Burns is definitely gonna try to impose his will on top. But Masvidal's a crafty jiu-jitsu guy. Like, people forget about how good Masvidal is, especially off his back. I feel like Masvidal is very underrated off his back. So it's a close fight. As I think it's a lot closer than what people are making it out to be. I definitely feel like Gilbert Burns should be the favorite, but not as heavy as he is. But let's be real here. Like, Masvidal can knock anybody out at any given moment. So, for this fight, who am I gonna pick? Screw it, fanboy. Masvidal wins, 3rd round TKO. Hometown. You gotta remember that Masvidal's fighting in his own backyard. And if you go back and watch the Kimbo Slice videos, he doesn't like losing in his own backyard, so... Gilbert's probably gonna win this fight, but I can't not be a little fanboy in this one. I literally have a Scarface t-shirt hanging up in that closet over there. I honestly should have wore it for this video now that I think about it. That just literally processed in my mind right now, but whatever. But I'm gonna go with Jorge Masvidal by a 3rd round TKO. Please, Jorge, please. I'm begging you, man. 5th and final fight of the evening, the main event. Alex Pereira versus Israel, the last style vendor Adesanya. Fight number 2 in the UFC, fight number 4 in combat. What a storyline these two have had. Israel Adesanya has lost to this guy 3 times, and he is the favorite going into this fight. That should tell you everything you need to know about Israel Adesanya. Let's go back to November 2022, that first fight. I had predicted Adesanya to win, and he was winning up from rounds. He won round 1. Round 2 was a close round, but Pereira got the takedown, got on top of him. I'd edge it to Alex Pereira. Round 3, Izzy outstruck him. Izzy wins that round. Round 4, Izzy outstruck him. Izzy wins that round. Round 5, Alex Pereira is told, you gotta knock him out to win pretty much. And what does he do? He goes and stops him by TKO. People will argue that it's a KO, but I mean, Izzy was kind of out on his feet. He was still standing up. The referee had to step in. In my opinion, it is a TKO. But man, like, you gotta think about this too. If round 1 lasts 5 more seconds, that fight is probably over. Remember that right hand that Izzy caught him with, and then the left hook came right on the bell, and that was a good fight in New York that day. That was a really good fight. I could watch these two fight forever. It might give me a heart attack by the 4th or 5th time. Well, to be fair, this is the 4th time that they're gonna fight, but yeah, no, I could watch these two fight all day. They're so competitively matched too. It's really interesting because, like, most guys that Izzy's fought in the UFC, they don't compare to him striking. But Alex Pereira, not only is he's bigger than Adesanya, he makes Adesanya look small, which has only been done by Jan Blachowicz at light heavyweight. And he's got the kickboxing ability just like Izzy does. That makes it so compelling. Like, I don't think Alex Pereira is as good as Izzy technically, but skill-wise, he's up there, and that's something we haven't seen before in mixed martial arts. Like, you've seen the way Izzy ran through Brunson, Whitaker, Costa. Like, those are not easy names. Whitaker twice at that. So, like, even think about this too. I don't know how on God's green earth Alex Pereira makes middleweight. That man must fast for 2 weeks straight, no food, no water, and like somehow survive. Cause like, he walks around at 217 at 7% body fat. That is nuts. That is unheard of. I could talk about this fight all day, man, but like, let's be real. First fight in kickboxing, Pereira got the knockout. Second fight, it was should have been Izzy's decision from what I've seen, but they gave it to Pereira. Here's the thing, like, I'm gonna pick Adesanya. You knew it was coming. I'm gonna pick Adesanya. I'm really hoping he gets the job done. If you're a betting man, bet on Alex Pereira, because he's the underdog. That would be a smart bet. But if Izzy's going to win this fight, he has to either knock him out, submit him, or will finish him, or be perfect for 25 minutes straight. That's what Izzy has to do, especially in round 5. Because I feel like if it goes to round 5, it'll be similar to the last fight. Izzy will have his better moments in the striking. He will definitely have Pereira's back against the wall, and he's got to be prepared for the bull to see red in that 5th and final round if Pereira wants to retain his title. So, do I think if anybody can be perfect in an octagon for 25 minutes with another man trying to rip your head off, the only guy who I could say could genuinely be perfect for 25 minutes straight is Israel Adesanya. That is the only guy I could ever say that about in the UFC, personally. And that just speaks volumes to how good Israel Adesanya is. But, it's gonna be such a tough fight to watch for me, man. As a lifelong Stylebender fan, it's gonna be a rough fight to watch for me, I'm gonna be honest. My heart will probably skip 2,000 beats this whole fight. I'm excited for it, but I'm not excited at the same time, because it's gonna be mental hell. It's gonna be mental hell. And I haven't felt this way for an Izzy fight since the first Whitaker fight. So, and that was what? October 2019, so almost 4 years ago. Jesus. If you're comparing, like, honestly, it's a lot like Wilder and Fury, but a lot more technical version of Deontay Wilder. Because, like, Izzy's got like the good technical ability like a Tyson Fury, and Alex Pereira has the technical ability but has the knockout power of Deontay Wilder. So it's kind of similar to that in a way, but if you look at it, like, you can kind of see how I'm getting at, but it's gonna be a close, compelling fight. I'm going with Izzy. And that is my predictions for UFC 287 from South Beach, Miami, Florida. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. UFC content comes around every pay-per-view, so make sure you check the playlist below. I got links to all my UFC content. I started doing these predictions at I think it was Oliveira and Makhachev, so you can go back all the way to that. But anyways, guys, it's been a pleasure to have your view again as always. Make sure you check out my TikTok, my Instagram, my Twitter, all in the links in the description down below. And until next time, guys, enjoy the fights. It's gonna be a good fight in Miami. I might actually end up streaming my live reactions to this fight. It probably is gonna be in my TikTok though. So if you want to see my live reactions to this fight, follow me on my TikTok, because I might genuinely stream my reactions to the co-main and main event. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching once again, and until next time, take care.